A palace built for one. Disney's movie Frozen introduced us to a pair of sisters that were born into a royal family. As is often the case with the Disney princess story, one of the characters was placed under a curse. Elsa was cursed with the power to freeze anything she touched. The parents chose to hide her abilities by putting gloves on her and cautioning her against making any public displays. When that didn't prove to be enough of a deterrent, they hid her away from view and even kept her from having contact with her sister, Anna. Anna was never told the reason for this and grew up begging for her sister's attention and feeling the pain of separation. One of the initial turning points in the story is when Elsa decides that she needs to run away so that she is no longer a danger to anyone else. The results of that decision are that she ends up living alone in a palace made of ice far away in the mountains. Anna goes after her for a number of reasons, and they have a painful confrontation. This is the part where Elsa belts out her famous song, Let It Go. Although there are a number of negative consequences that ensue after she unleashes her full power, there is something to be said as far as her embracing her authenticity and coming out of the shadows. The resolution, or anecdote, for the negative influence of Elsa's powers was Anna's love. This is what I believe to be one of the most powerful aspects of the story. Elsa was never taught how to carry her gift. Anna's companionship and unconditional love was exactly what was needed to bring it into balance. The answer for both of them was found through authenticity, connection, and relationship, as opposed to repression, separation, and isolation. Be an Elsa when it comes to expressing your true self, but never to the point that it brings harm to others. The boundary of your self-expression must be established from the viewpoint of love. Be an Anna when it comes to embracing the magical and mystical, whether that is within you, in another, or simply in the world around you. There is nothing to fear when you are protected by love. Love is the safety net that will never fail when it comes to any gift or power that we have. Elsa needed to trust herself. Because she didn't trust herself, she didn't trust others. Anna needed to realize that her value was not in whether or not she had any obviously magical powers, but in the fact that she carried a power that both superseded and was also the perfect container for the magic. The desire to be invisible or overly visible both stem from an imbalanced ego. When we embrace our authentic selves, we understand that we have the right to both take up space and withdraw as needed, but that continuously doing one or the other is not in flow. We also understand that when we overexpress or underexpress, it brings negative consequences not only to ourselves, but for others. On a more collective or possibly transcendent level, I also see a lot of truth in this film as it pertains to the divine feminine. There is repression by the patriarchy and a rebellious response. There is a maturity that both Anna and Elsa must come to, different aspects of the divine feminine, and as they embrace each other, they bring healing to their realm. The time for hiding our magic has come to an end. The time for using magic to harm others out of a desire for vengeance because we have been repressed and oppressed has also come to an end. Let us make space for the magical that is enveloped in mature love and extended to others in a way that does not diminish ourselves or anyone else. It's time to look at yourself in the mirror, take a deep breath, and let it go. A palace built